Welcome to the Talking Heart, always connected though miles apart. Like the lotus flower grows from the mud, transforming pain into power, we rise above. We are vulnerable humans with feelings who hurt ourselves and each other. Perhaps we've been abandoned or rejected, or maybe we've been the ones doing the abandoning and the rejecting, sometimes knowingly, sometimes unknowingly. Both ways hurt. Some choose the path to self-awareness. Others choose not to take that path. The path of self-awareness is not the easy path, but in my opinion, it's the most rewarding, meaningful, and the fullest way in which you can live your life. Like really, really live your life. It takes courage and humility to analyze yourself and to be honest with yourself about who you are and who you're not. To admit you have character defects, like every other human being walking this great big earth. It takes guts to admit when you've been wrong, or acted from a place of hurt, then inflicted pain onto others as revenge for hurting you. I know we've all done that. It takes the willingness to forgive yourself for the strange ways that you've acted when you're hurt, and to let go of the shame associated with that. It takes compassion for yourself for experiencing the human condition, which we're all experiencing as well. To give yourself grace, to accept yourself, all parts, even the ugly parts or the parts that you don't want to admit and that you would rather hide. When you're self-aware, you may notice others overtaken by their shadow side, the darker aspects that they're not wanting to face. You can see it clearly in them because you're doing such intensive work on yourself. But you will also notice this about yourself. There will be times when you want to avoid yourself. You want to avoid your own pain altogether. You'd rather bury your head in the sand or run, which I've done so many times, because it's too painful to acknowledge. But when this happens, we cut ourselves off from others and simultaneously from ourselves. Then we tend to avoid deep conversations. We wait on the surface. We put up walls of protection. We stop all communication, and we shut down. While this seems like the safe thing to do, and this response can give us a break from life and from our feelings for a while, if it goes on for too long, we begin to feel lost and eventually find ourselves on an island alone, lonely, isolated, misunderstood. But I want you to know that you don't have to abandon or reject yourself just because someone else has abandoned or rejected you. You don't have to allow that abandonment or rejection to break you down. You don't have to take it on. You don't have to allow it to taint your spirit. You don't have to allow it to break your connection with Source, with yourself and others. Instead, you can look at it with enthusiasm. You can look at it like an exploration to see what it has to teach you about yourself and others. You can use that pain and you can grow from it. Then you can take steps to get yourself off that lonely island. You can set an intention to be present with those close to you, and then you can really do it. Us humans thrive on connection. We need connection to be healthy. So sit with your loved ones. Really sit there. Observe them closely. Listen very, very closely. Watch their body language, the way that they smile or they laugh. Try your best to really understand them, to be there for them. And just like that, it's like poof, you're connected again. It's seriously miraculous. When we're lonely and we're disconnected and we're hurt and we don't trust, we hide within ourselves and we sort of freeze. And the last thing that it seems that we want to do is to connect with others because of the hurt or whatever's going on. But that is precisely the thing to do and the antidote in those moments when you feel so alone and so lonely. And that connection with another human being who you will find feels much like yourself because they're experiencing the same human condition. Through that connection of understanding with another human being, you can come back to yourself and you can find yourself again. Prayers and blessings to you, and I hope that you have a wonderful holiday and that during the darkest time of the year, you are lighting a lot of candles and that you have light in your life during this time.